Hello, well, I'm now going to show you a setting up of my Lumos pen. I haven't done this before, so you're getting it just as I'm doing it. So I've got a Duo, which, as you can see, has a double end. This one screws in that way. Okay, so I've unscrewed that side, and I've got another end here, so I can have two pens in one. I'm going to show you filling just this center, but first of all we're going to unscrew this bit, and when you pull it out, just nice and steady, there you can see that you've got the ink reservoir, and this pulls out, I think, very easily, and it's a very soft, I can't remember what it's filled with, but it's soft. So that's the ink reservoir, which we will fill in a minute. This is so exciting. This here is the where you pop your nib. So I've got the nibs here. Let's just put all these bits and pieces to the side. So the Lumos Duo comes with a full set of nibs, and they've got the fine liners, and then you've got some felt points, a sort of blunt chisel, and I don't know what's that one, brush. Okay, because it tells you on the bottom. So these are quite fine, and I know the 01 is really fine. I'm going to go for using, first of all, a 02 nib. Let's put those to the side. So you can see it's got, let me just pop here, it's got the fine fibre tip here, and here is the length to draw up the ink. So let's go back to our point here. Oh, everything's rolling about. Let's just move that out of the way for a second. So I'm going to unscrew this here. Just taking my time to unscrew it. Take the nib, and I'm going to pop that into, just rest it on there. Okay, and then I can pop the little brass screw top holder back in like so. I think that's, hang on, just make sure it's really nice and firm. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. So it's going, you have to really screw it down so it's nice and firm there. And once I've got this filled with ink, that will just pop in nicely in there. So let's pop that to the side there. Pop my pen back there. Now this is the little bottle of ink that came with the pen, so I'm actually going to use that first of all. I am so looking forward to doing this because I've seen the videos on Tom's website. Okay, and here we go. This is the fun bit. I am going to pop this into here. Oh my gosh, it's already, let's just, can you see how that is already sucking up? There we are, till all, I'm just going to hold it there a little longer because it says about 20 seconds on the videos. That filled much quicker than I thought it was going to, which is fun. So let's give it another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So I can pop the nib. Oh, I can already see the ink going up the piece there. Okay. And I'm going to pop that into my pen. I'm going to screw that in, and I can already see that the nib has turned black from the white, so make that nice. So let's think of safety, because with my clumsiness I'm very likely to knock the ink absolutely everywhere. Okay, so I've got a little bit of ink on my fingers. That's probably because it's my first time using it. And so I was a little bit messy, and that was from the filter. They supply you with a little silicone cap so that when you've got inky on the end of here, when you want to unscrew it, you can pop this on, and this protects your fingers. So in the future, I'll be able, oh, that does unscrew really well. Okay, so I'm not going to lose that. So that's the little protection cap. Okay, guys, here is my first ever drawing with the Lumos. Oh, I'm a little bit anxious actually. Okay, so this is a 02, so it's very fine. Oh my gosh, that really does. So my first impression is that the ink is, literally this is my first impression. The ink is flowing very freely. The pen is heavier than a micron, not a huge amount. It's got a nice weight about it. It's not uncomfortable. So I'm doing Muka because Muka is one of my favourites. I haven't planned what I was going to draw for you here. So the 02 nib is possibly a little finer than a micron, but it feels firm on the paper, on the tile. I'm using a Zentangle tile. The ink is flowing beautifully. Actually, I feel the nib is quite firm, so I can put a little bit of pressure on it, which is nice. Oh yeah, it feels really silky in your hand. I was a little concerned that the pen might be slippy because of the silky sort of satin finish, but it isn't. It's not slippy at all. So that is really, actually, I'm relieved because obviously I've invested in this. Initially, I am impressed with the simplicity of filling in the ink. I'm getting into this now. You see, I stopped talking. Once I start tangling, my tangling isn't very, I mean, I'm doing it here, but it's not, because I've got the camera right in my face as well. I'm not as close as I would normally be when I'm doing my tangling. But my initial thoughts, as I keep saying, are this is a very nice pen for tanglers. So you got it as it happened, me filling it with ink, me putting the nib in, me tangling that first little bit. Super impressed. Watch this space because I'm going to start using this more often. Take care.